Alright, let's check it out. Looks like we have the announcement for the new upcoming update. So, preparation for the Scorching Rays update. This is going to be another America-Japan themed update from the looks of it. So, 2 months have passed, we have Scorching Rays coming up. Now, we have some really, really cool stuff coming in here. Alright, the coolest thing to me, easily, is the Churchill Mark 7. I know it's going to get an explosive pack tossed on it, go kaboom, but I like heavy tanks. I wish they performed a little bit better. Admittedly, I think if we had the kind of maps that they would perform well on, it'd be kind of miserable, because really what you want is a map that's big, wide open, and doesn't have a whole lot of shit in the way. Like, give me a big muddy field with some trenches on each end of the field. Perfection for the Churchill. But that would be miserable for everybody else, so I understand why we'll never and should never get that. But even though it may not be the greatest tank in the world, I think it's going to be a really cool addition to the game. But it's not the only thing we're getting. We are also getting the Chicago Typewriter, the 1921 Thompson machine gun with a 50-round drum mag. We're getting a double-barrel shotgun with a bayonet for Japan. I mean, is it going to be good? No. Is it going to be cool? Hell yeah. It's a shotgun with a bayonet. Um, no, but moving on from there, they're also getting the Chinu 2, which, as it says, the gun will surprise the allies, so expect it to be punchy and knock you out. Admittedly, allied tanks generally don't have the best armor, so to be honest, I really would not be that surprised getting blown up by it, but, it is what it is. In addition to that, the Japanese are getting the Key 83 Interceptor. It is going to be an attack squad. And I don't think that there's another plane coming. I think it's just the Japanese plane, which is fine. Moving on from there, there's another exciting update. So a bunch of BR-1 tanks are getting access to their hull-mounted machine guns. For a very long time, machine guns in Enlisted have just not done anything, like the tank-mounted ones. And now it looks like we're finally going to have our hull-mounted machine guns working. So, the initial set of tanks that are getting this are the BA-11, the Panzer IIIE, Panzer IIIB, Panzer IIIJ, Panzer 38T, the M3 Stuart, the M5A1, the M1441, and the M1340. And you'll be able to use it from two positions, the commander and the machine gunner. So, all around, cool update. They are in the future going to be bringing out more of these, but time will tell on which ones will get it. Hopefully every tank will eventually get it. Mind you, I don't think this is going to change the tank infantry balance very much. If tanks are contested, they're going to be glass cannons and explode like crazy. And if tanks aren't contested, they're going to roll all over you and dominate the match. So, business as usual. But still, cool addition. Moving on from there, some improvements for pilots. For example, they fixed the missing sounds of the Spitfire Mark 9's cannons and removed some graphical artifacts from the Beretta 88's gunner. And the model of the bomb on the Re 2001 CN also has been updated, amongst other things. Now, they're also going to be doing a rework of Kaif Cave Village. It's probably a good thing. I actually really liked that map, the way it was set up. That being said, I think a lot of people never made use of the tunnel network as well as they could have. And like there's like symbology on the walls, and you can use it, at least right now, you can use it to get some really interesting flanks off and put in some like cheeky spawn points and whatnot. So hopefully all of the changes are good, but I understand some people don't really care for it, so this is probably a good thing. So they said that in the near future they'll show you in detail how Tunisia is going to be transformed, but we'll cover that whenever they get out the dev blog for it. See, location changes. They're focusing on creating a more fair, dynamic, and intense battles with special attention to details that directly affect the combat and immersion. So they're, for example, in Liederbannendorf invasion, or Baninhof invasion, there was an unusable spawn point for the attackers, so you'll no longer get stuck there, you'll no longer get stuck in Burma. Just various updates. You can read through it for more details, but they're improving locations. Moving on to desertion. Nobody likes deserters, however, punishment should be fair. So basically, they're analyzing player behavior in battles and making adjustments. It seems like they want to have a system in place that, when it's not your fault that you disconnect, offers you the ability to rejoin and has it actually work, and helps you to avoid desertion penalties. That being said, there's no talk here of removing conquest. There's no talk about being able to opt out of conquest. As long as a game mode like conquest is around, I'm going to keep deserting matches. So, such is life. Moving on from there, it's graphical changes. There's usually graphical updates every update. Usually they're pretty good. I'm sure that everything that they're doing here is going to be awesome. Finally, Silver Chest. It also didn't remain unchanged. We've updated its contents and appearance, and it will contain rewards from past battle passes, plus we've added a new alternative for those who love to assemble the most effective army. So I'm curious to see how that's actually going to roll out. You'll be able to send your old unique battle pass soldiers to the rear. Why do this? Because newly obtained BP soldiers will come with maximum characteristics. On top of that, the addition of Battle Pass weapons to the Silver Chest will not decrease the drop chance of event weapons. That's neat. Honestly, I'm just excited for the Silver Chest to come back. Every time it comes out, I usually get a few more event squads, and I gotta catch them all. And sooner or later, I am going to catch them all. And since I'm sitting on something like 160,000 silver, and I probably could convert some XP, I'm in a pretty good spot to at least get a few rolls in. So, they also say that a few weeks after the update, they'll release a new sit rep, and that's sure to be exciting. I'm particularly curious where we are in the latter 5 points that they made. Those were all the important ones to me, at least. Like, I would really like to see some work done with the AI and the AI pathing and whatnot. Yeah, all 5 of those points, though, were my main care. The first, like, 4 or 5, I honestly was kind of like, whatever about. I talked about it more in depth in that video, but regardless, I'm curious to see what ends up in the next sit rep. So let me know what you think down below. You excited for the update? It is a little bit light in additions for Russia and Germany. They may announce more stuff there. Usually every nation gets something, so I'm sure that Russia and Germany will get something, but I just don't think that they're the highlight of this update, which is fine. I think updates are usually more exciting when they have some sort of focus to them, and whether that focus is broad enough that it encompasses all nations. Like, let's say they come out with like mountaineers, right? And every nation gets mountaineers, and that's the theme, right? That would be cool. Or, when we had the Burma update and the focus was Burma, that's also cool. But generally, I think that updates that have a focus are better than updates where it's just a little bit of something for everybody that doesn't really have a theme. So, as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.